They are fun, they are over the top, and they are absolutely worth watching. So let's get right into it. We've got two sisters escaping a space slave ship and crashing into a jungle death game, a 90s comic book bounty hunter running a nightclub in a fascist future, and an alien hybrid hunting for a mate in Los Angeles. But of course, we have to start this list with Barbarella.
Just a minute, I'll slip something on.
Don't trouble yourself. This is an affair of state.
There is a simple test for female characters in movies, sometimes called the sexy lamp test. You ask whether a central female character could be replaced by a sexy lamp without changing the plot in any major way. If the answer is yes, the movie has clearly failed. By that standard, Barbarella basically fails the test. The film is a sci-fi comedy, but it often objectifies Jane Fonda's title character, an American astronaut sent to a distant hostile planet to capture the scientist Duran Duran and bring him back to Earth. Fonda moves through almost a dozen skimpy outfits, and Barbarella gets out of one absurd situation after another, mostly by using her sex appeal. At times, the character is reduced almost completely to her body, and yet, somehow, the movie still has an effortless charm. Its production values are openly cheesy, its humor is campy, and it is hard to fully dislike a movie where Jane Fonda accidentally overloads a sex machine because she is literally too sexy for it. For all the obvious objectification, Barbarella is ridiculous enough that the sexism becomes part of the joke. That does not exactly excuse it, but everything here is so over the top that it is almost impossible to take seriously. If there is one sexy lamp movie worth saving, it is probably this one.
Stella. Hmm?
Simon.
Hmm? Ah, Stella. Hmm?
Simon.
Starcrash is Star Wars as only the Italians could do it. Yes, it is a shameless knockoff, but at least it is never boring. Even if you have never seen Starcrash, you already know the story. There is an evil galactic villain, the Emperor's missing son, a secret superweapon, space battles, robots, rescues, and enough space opera nonsense to keep the whole thing moving. And of course, there is Caroline Munro. She plays Stella Star, a space smuggler who gets pulled into the mission and quickly becomes the real center of the movie. Even when Stella is sentenced to hard labor in a mining colony, she is still wearing a leather bikini. And speaking of that leather bikini, Munro has said that when she first saw the costume, she thought it was only a sample of the material because there was so little of it. Credit where it is due. Whoever designed that costume knew exactly what they were doing.
If I fire in a 360-degree pattern,
the shot that doesn't echo back will be the direction of the opening to the outside.
exactly. Let's do it!
With a title like Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, the movie is not exactly trying to hide what it is. The story follows two sisters, Daria and Tisa, who escape from an intergalactic slave ship by stealing a shuttle. They crash on a planetoid and are welcomed by a man named Zed, who seems friendly at first. Then they find his trophy room, full of mounted human heads, and realize what kind of host they are dealing with. Basically, this is the most dangerous game in outer space. Zed lures passing ships to his planet, then sends his guests into the jungle so he can hunt them for sport. Instead of hounds, he has robots. The film is low budget in every obvious way. The dialogue is bad, the sets are cheap, the robots look fake, and the whole thing sits somewhere between embarrassing and entertaining, depending on how generous you feel. At the same time, this is also a movie where the two heroines pilot spaceships and run through the jungle in bikinis. So yes, it is everything you want, or hate, in a movie like this.
Please don't kill me. That was nice kicking. You really know your stuff, babe.
What did you call me? Don't call me babe.
If you need Barb Wire summed up in one sentence, it is a sleazy cyberpunk version of Casablanca. Pamela Anderson plays Barbara Kopetsky, better known as Barb Wire, a bounty hunter and owner of the Hammerhead nightclub in Steel Harbor. In the movie's version of 2017, America has become fascist-governed, and Steel Harbor is the last free city. Barb is over-sexualized from the moment she appears, but the movie also builds its whole attitude around that image. She is tough, cold, and dangerous, and anyone who calls her babe usually regrets it very quickly. She tries to take no sides, but her past catches up with her, and the resistance comes back into her life. The movie gives Pamela Anderson plenty of action. Some of the fighting may belong to a stunt double with a very visible wig, but that almost feels right for Barb Wire.
I am warm. I have adjusted my temperature.
Set in the year 3008, Galaxina takes place aboard the intergalactic space police cruiser Infinity. The male crew is mostly incompetent, and on board with them is Galaxina, played by Dorothy Stratton, a beautiful blonde android servant. Sergeant Thor is attracted to Galaxina, even though she cannot speak, and kissing her only produces sparks. Then the crew is ordered to travel to the prison planet Altair 1 and recover the rare Blue Star gemstone. The trip will take 27 years, so the humans go into cryogenic sleep, leaving Galaxina to tend the ship. Intrigued by Thor's attention, she reprograms herself, teaches herself to talk, and becomes more human, so she can be ready for him when he wakes up. Behind the movie, though, there is a sad, real-life story. Galaxina was released about 2 months before Dorothy Stratton was murdered by her estranged husband, who then killed himself.
Smells nice. Can I try some?
Help yourself.
Does it work on your boyfriend?
Yeah, as a repellent.
Species begins with a government experiment going very wrong. Scientists receive alien DNA instructions from space and use them to create Syl, a fast-growing alien-human hybrid. When they decide she is too dangerous and try to destroy her in a Utah lab, she breaks out, escapes to Los Angeles, and quickly grows into an adult woman. From that point on, Syl is played by Natasha Henstridge, a model from Newfoundland making her film debut, and the movie knows exactly what it has. It makes her beauty part of the threat and turns Henstridge into the image most people still remember from Species.
What are you going to do about it?
Have another drink.
Zeta 1 is a British spy spoof, a sex comedy, and a very confused science fiction movie all at once. The story follows James Word, a spy for Section 5, who comes home to find the department secretary, Ann Olson, waiting in his apartment. While the two of them play strip poker, she pushes him to tell her about his latest assignment. That assignment sends him after Major Borden, who has been investigating the women of Angvia, an all-female secret society led by Zeta. They may be from another planet, or another timescale, or possibly somewhere on Earth. The movie never seems fully sure. What matters is that they abduct women, brainwash them, and turn them into operatives. As science fiction, Zeta 1 barely holds together, but as a late 60s guilty pleasure, it is very direct about what it is selling. The Angvian women lounge around in mini-skirts, plastic furniture meant to look futuristic, and various stages of undress. When they finally go into action, they run through the woods in costumes that look like they were designed to use as little material as possible. The spy plot is lazy, the sci-fi logic is almost non-existent, and the whole movie keeps stopping for strip scenes and bedroom encounters. But for a list like this, that is also why Zeta 1 is hard to ignore.